Assalamu alaikum Bokai. Welcome back to the Jollof Football Bantabai YouTube channel. This is the weekend recap. I hope you guys enjoyed the Gambia football show yesterday. Coach Che and Seni took care of that. I was unavailable to host that show, so I'm sorry for that. But I hope you guys had you guys enjoyed the show. Anyways, it was a very good one. I followed it. So if you haven't seen the Gambia football show, please go and check it out. Coach and saying he did a good job talking about the latest fixtures or the league fixtures that were released by GFF this week, as well as Gamtel, the sale of Gamtel, which is still ongoing. Nobody knows the full story behind it, which we are still we are digging on. So anything we get on that, we will bring it to you guys. Like we started last week, so we will be doing the recap every week, weekend recap to see the performance of Gambian foreign-based players, as well as midweek recap, which is usually on Friday to recap the midweek performance of our professional players. So guys, without wasting much of your time, let's get into the weekend recap. This week we will start our recap in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, Saudi, of course, we have three Gambian players playing there, three strikers, Musa Baro, Asan Ceesay, and Badam Mosi. They were all in action this weekend. They all played on Friday. Damak won their game 2-0, and Asan Ceesay was involved in the game. He played the whole 90 minutes. I think he got substituted just on the 90-minute mark. He provided the first assist of the game for his club. They won 2-0. Al Tawoun, that is Lakabaro, Musa Baro's team, they drew 1-1. They are in the third place in the SPL, that's the Saudi Pro League. Baro, Musa did not score or assist in that game. They remain third in the table. And for Al Hazem, Badamosi, after fresh from there getting their first win in the league season, they followed it up with another draw against Al Ittihad, Benzema's Al Ittihad, Kante, and Fabinho, those players. So it was a good point for Al Azem. They are struggling at the bottom of the table, but every point counts, and this was a big point. They went Al Ittihad's home and they drew 1-1. But Amosi, he only played the first half of the game. I don't know what was the reason behind his substitution, but we will find out. And if we do, we will let you know, guys. That was it in Saudi Arabia. The three Gambian players performing in the weekend games. We move to England. In England, one major concern we have is Ibu Toure. He has not started, or he has not been in the squad for his club since, like I said, since in the end of August. So the whole of September, the whole of September and now October, he has been missing all their games. So he has missed about 11 games. Their last 11 games, Ibuture has not participated or has not been in the squad. I think he is nursing an injury. I don't know what's the nature of the injury. Because the thing of left back for the national team is very sensitive. We used to have Pamodu Jan, who was a very reliable servant, the former captain, and now Ibuture kind of take that spot and make it his own. So we have other options there, but none of these players have been tested really. Ismaila John playing in States. You have Wrexham. Jacob Mendy, he came to the squad once. He has not been tested. Saini Sanyang, he did very well for the under 20. He has not been tested. And if you look at all those players, some of them are not getting like regular minutes with their clubs. So the left back situation is very sensitive. That's why I am very concerned with Ibuture's injury right now. But nonetheless, his club, they were in action this weekend. Stockholm, of course, like I said, he was not involved in the game. They won their game, and now they move 5 points clear at the top of League Two. So they are pushing for League One promotion. If you remember last season, they went to the playoffs, but they lost the playoff final. So now they are 5 points clear, and the other player playing there is Jacob Mendy. Jacob Mendy, he was recalled into the Wrexham starting 11 this weekend. He played the whole 90 minutes. They won 2-0. They are third. They just got promoted from the National League, and now they are in the League Two, like the professional league. and they are doing very well there. They are third in the table, or actually level second, because they are on the same points with Notts County. Only Stockport, that is Utrecht Stockport, that is ahead of them in terms of points. So yeah, they are doing very well. Wrexham. Swindon Town, that is Seydou Kans, Swindon Town, he was also involved. He played 90 minutes, but they suffered another defeat. If you remember, in midweek, they suffered a defeat, and there was another defeat this week, this time 3-2. Sekou Jane, he plays at Cambridge. He came on in the second half for the final 25 minutes and, played. Ibutre was an unused sub in the championship for Cardiff City. And finally, Mofal played 90 minutes for Doncaster Rovers. They won 1-0. Mofal had a decent game. He did not score or assist, but he had a decent game if you look at the rating from FootMob. Next, we will talk about the French. We go to France. Of course, with France, we have Adama Bojang there. We have Ablaye Diallo Jamano. We have Bambalai playing in the second League 2, and Sekou Touré. Bambalai this week, he was not involved. He was on the bench. And Sekou Touré was not even in the squad for Grenoble. And then you look at in League 1, you have Adama Bojang. Again, he was on the bench. This is the second time he made the bench for Stade de Reims. They won 1-0. So we are still waiting. We are still rubbing our hands to wait for the day that Adama Bojang makes his debut for Stade de Reims. I'm sure the coach is taking it slow with him, but hopefully he will be in the squad he will be in the team very soon. And Ablaye Diallo was not involved for Metz. Ablaye Diallo was involved for Metz rather. He came on in the second half. They drew 0-0. He has not been having a lot of minutes, which is also another concern for me, because he's a key player for the national team. He's one of our best players always. So to not see him not starting games is quite concerning for us as Gambia, especially coming with the international break and the World Cup qualifiers coming very, very soon, coming thick and fast. So yeah. Anyway, and you move to Turkey. Let's move to Turkey. Alieu Ceesay back in the goals. Back banging them. Of course, he was out injured for a while with that hand injury that he had that made him miss 4 games for his club. He only returned last weekend, where he played in the second half, and now he's back in the starting lineup and back scoring goals, doing what he does best. So that was his first goal of the league season. He has had a very disruptive league season this season. So long may it continue, Ali. And it's a very welcome boost, because we all know usually when he plays for the national team, he can be a crucial player. If we remember the game we won against Mali, he was quite crucial in that 1-0 win, which also helped us qualify for the African Cup of Nations. Also in Turkey, Omar Koli, his club will be playing tonight. That is Besiktas, so we'll be keeping an eye on him and see how that one goes. Modu Barrow, he was not involved for Silverspor in their game over the weekend. He was not in the squad. I don't know the reason behind it, but he was not involved. Now we move to Germany. Germany, of course, we have Bakary Diatta there playing, and and some young players playing in Hannover. We have players there, and Frankfurt, youth players. But in terms of senior football, I think Bakary Diatta is the one that we keeping an eye on. Diatta assisted a goal this weekend. His club, Hamburg, they have been, struggling to gain that promotion, pushing for that promotion to the Bundesliga. But every time they fall short at the final hurdle, like playoffs, for the last 2 seasons. This season too, they are pushing. They are now currently 3rd place after this draw. They were at the top of the table, but after drawing against Kaiserslautern Tlete, they moved to 3rd place in the league table. And Bakary, he played the 90 minutes in that game, assisted the first goal for Glatzel. And he also created the most chances in that game. He's having a decent season with them. He didn't start the season as a first choice. Like when the season just started, he was on the bench for most of their games, for the first few games. But after he started in the cup, scored a couple of goals, and then followed that with scoring in the league. He has now become a regular in the team, and he continued to repay the coach's faith with good performances and contributing in the goals, assists. Long may it continue, Bakary Diatta. he's somebody to we really want to see in the national team. But yeah, apparently he's not ready to return to the national team. He's not ready to represent the national team yet because of his issues. He had some issues in the past, with the German authorities. But now I think that is cleared. So hopefully very soon he will decide to join up with the national team and bring the form he is he has been providing. He has been given to Hamburg over the past 2-3 seasons. So yeah, that will be a very welcome addition to the national team. And next we move to Czech Republic. Czech Republic, we have quite a few players playing there in the first division, and in the second division there is Raul and Sane, Mohamed Sane playing, that is Singate, Ibrahima Singate and Mohamed Sane playing in the second division with Vlasic. And then if you go to the first division, you have Jawo playing for Mlada Boleslav, and then you have Sparta Prague, you have James Gomen playing there, Slavia Prague. We also have what's his name again? The other Gambian defender. He has not represented them yet. Like, I'm so bad with names. I know the player, but like the name is just escaped me. Playing for Slavia Praga, but he hasn't played in the league yet. He was injured. Well, yeah, over the weekend it was a game between Mlada Boleslav versus Sparta Prague. And the game ended 3-1 for Mlada Boleslav. James Gomez got a rare start in that game for Sparta Prague. He has not started a lot of league games for them. He comes here and there in the cups or comes second half sometimes when the game is, when the game is close. When the game is like is won or stuff like that. But fortunately for him, this weekend he got a start for Sparta against Malada, but they ended up losing the game 3-1, which will not help his case to regain that spot or to win that number one spot. He did had a decent game, but the star for there was the Lamin Jawo, the Gambian forward. He has been in decent form. Last game he scored a brace, and now he followed that up with another goal against Sparta Prague. Now they moved ahead of Sparta Prague in the league table as well. So yeah, Jawo is having a very good month in the month of October in terms of performance. Long may it continue for him too as well. Then next we look at Denmark. Denmark. We look at Denmark. There was also two Gambians locking horns, or Gambians locking horns in Denmark when Viborg played against Vejle. Hamza Bari and Musa Juara plays for Vejle, and then you have Alassana Jata playing for Viborg. Both three players were involved in the game. Hamza and Juara started the game for Vejle. Juara created the goal. The game ended 1-1. Juara was the assister. He assisted the goal for Vejle, whilst Hamza was also very, very influential in the game. He completed the most passes in the game. He completed like his pass completion rate was second to none in the game. He only misplaced one pass of his 24 passes, so 23 of his passes were all accurate. So he was quite good in that game. Juara, like I said, created the assist, and Jata came off the bench in the final few minutes for Viborg, and then the game ended 1-1. Coach Tom was there in the game, watching the two teams with Gambian players locking horns. And he later had a meeting with the three boys. Of course, I don't know the nature of the discussion, what they were discussing, but of course, he's gonna be on a scouting mission because the international break is coming. He wanna see how his players are doing, and then sometimes it just helps you to go and see how your players are, give them more motivation, and all those things they all count. And you can see in the picture how Hamza Bari is looking at him, smiling, and they are all focused, discussing, having a good time. That is nice to see. And the coach is not resting; he is checking what is going on around. I hope the authorities can give him all the support that he needs to do everything that he need to do, especially with the World Cup qualifiers coming. Gambia need those two games. Ivory Coast is going to be huge, and then Burundi is gonna be huge as well, because we play Ivory Coast at home, and then Burundi play like we play Burundi away, and then we play Ivory Coast at home. So if we can get at least 4 points in those two fixtures, or even 6 points, who knows? Then then we will start dreaming more, even more, because right now we are dreaming about World Cup, but if we can get something in those fixtures, Burundi, like, we should be able to win. I think we are the better team in terms of quality, and Ivory Coast is a tough one, but we can always cause a shock in that game. So yeah, Tom is preparing. Hopefully his boys will be ready, the team will be ready, and then we can. Yeah, there are some concerns, of course, which I highlighted, and then next we go to Switzerland. Lugano played against Young Boys. Ibrahim Okoli, he made his second start in the league for Young Boys. Of course, in the weekend they played Man City. He was an unused sub, and this time he started the game, played about 60 minutes, and Seydi Janko came off the bench late on. The game ended 1-1. Yeah, and then next we will go to Estonia. Two Gambians were in were on the score sheet this weekend. Fode Tarawale and Boubacar Tambedu. Boubacar Tambedu, Estonia, his club, Paide, they played a top of the table clash against Flora. Flora won that game 2-1. Actually, Tambedu opened the scoring in that game, gave Paide the lead in the 10th minute, but then Flora, they could not hang on to that lead. Flora came back and then win the game 2-1. Ibrahima Jaju's Tech was in goal for Paide, and Alieu Ceesay, who is also in Paide, and he was the man of the match in their previous game when he came off the bench to score the winner. He was not involved in this game. He was not in the squad at all. I don't know what was the reason behind that, but he was not involved in the game, which is good to see after especially scoring. And Fode Tarawale, his club, they won 7-2. That is Talina Kalev. He came off the bench and then scored a brace, which will not do any harm to his chances of starting the next one. Coming off the bench, scoring a brace, you are focusing the game. That is good. That is very good to see. And then next we go to Slovakia. We have a few players also playing there in the second division. There is Pohranai. You have Musa Jata and Bakari Jawara playing for Pohranai. They are doing very well in their club. And also in the first division, you have Port Brezova with Mamadou Bayo playing. Mamadou Bayo's game this weekend, they drew 2-2. He started the game for Port Brezova. But he was useless in the second half. In the halftime, he was taken off. I don't know for what reason again he was taken off for, but he played 45. They drew the game 2-2. At the first half, they were losing 2-1. They scored the first goal, I believe, and then the other team came back to 2-1. And then at halftime he was removed. So I don't know if it was tactical move or it was something else. So yeah, anything we know about that, we will inform you. And in the second division, Pohranai, they are doing an exceptional job. In top form, they are close to the relegation position to move to get promoted to the first division. Which is very interesting because they have they have Bakari Jawara and Musa Jata. Musa Jata has been one of the most consistent Gambian players. Like, he is playing week in, week out. He's playing for Pohranai, and this week was no different. They were leading 3-0. Then the coach, give him a rest because he has been playing regularly. And they ended up winning the game 4-0. Bakari Jawara was an unused sub in the game. Musa Jata has been exceptional. Like, it's so surprising to see a player, coming straight from the Gambian league to a European league, and then, just hit it running straight off. He don't have any international experience in terms of under 17 or under 20. You see him playing there and then coming. He just came from the Gambian league. He's on loan from BST Galaxy, and then all of a sudden he is like playing week in, week out. That kind of consistency, not everybody have that in their belly to have that transition straight away. And that is what Musa Jata is doing at Pohranai. And yes, it's the second division of the Slovakian league, but still you should not underestimate the impact that, like, the transition that you can get from playing in the Gambia and then going into a European league and then just get it running straight off. Not many players do that. Even players like Yankuba Minty and all those players, they have to take their time before they started playing. Of course, he started in Yankuba Minte, for example. He started in the second division. He started in the second team, and then he started doing well, and then he moved to the first team, and then he kicked it. He hit the form once and for all. But Musa Jata is also doing similar thing, in terms of transitioning from the Gambian league to the Slovakian league, which is very good to see. And I am enjoying his performance. The coach really likes him because he plays him all the time. And then and then finally we look at other leagues. We did not mention Belgium. Alieu Fadera. He started again for Genk. He has been missing the last 2 games. He did not play. He was an unused sub and he was not in the squad for one of them. But now he came back and he was in the squad. They won 3-0. He played about 60 minutes in that game. Austria, Sidi Jata's Storm Grass. They lost. They are the top of the league. They lost 1-0 at home, and Jata played about 80 minutes, but they maintained their top spot. But now the gap is close to 1 point. Sweden, ML Sonko, they lost this week. The goal scoring run has ended for the young Gambian, who has been scoring for the last 3 games. He played 58 minutes for Haken. They lost the game 2-1. And finally in Holland, Feyenoord, they lost their 4th game of the league season in the Eredivisie against FC Twente. And it's coincided with Yanko Minte missing, because this is the first league game that he missed since I don't know if that is the main reason behind it, but of course it has some impact, because that kid is quality. Hopefully the team will have him very soon after the international break, as they mentioned. After the international break, hopefully he'll be back in the squad, and then doing what he does best, guys. And guys, there you have it. That was the weekend recap of Gambian foreign-based players. Let me know your thoughts. Who do you think impressed us the most this week? And also, don't forget, it's the end of the month, so the nominees for the player of the month is coming. The team of the month is gonna come, and also, of course, we will give you the player of the month that you guys voted for. So watch out for the Jollof Football Bantaba, socials. We will post all the stuff. We will also post it on the YouTube, and then please cast in your votes. Who you think will be who is being the best Gambian player. It will come your way soon, and let us know who impressed you the most this weekend. Who has been the best Gambian player this weekend? Yeah, guys, that was it, guys. That's the recap. We'll be back with the recap around the end of the week. Probably by the end of the week it will be the team of the week or the team of the month, because maybe we will see how to cooperate those two and then do them all together. But anyways, watch out for the Jollof Football Bantaba YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, guys, please go and hit that subscribe button, because we bring in a lot of stuff your way soon. So until check us out over the course of the week. More things are coming your way. Until then, guys, goodbye.